running, actually, and I'm told he's a fast runner. He got there a little bit after 8, so he started a little bit later than expected, but he's been stopped by a number of runners. You can see the crowd there just beyond the path, but we're here waiting at the LGBTQ memorial because that's where he was supposed to end around 8:30. Today, he really kicked off what he plans to lay out for his presidential campaign of gay rights and opportunity for gays, and he thought no better place to do it than Pride Month in New York City. So he did this 2-mile run, and what he's doing now is stopping to talk to supporters to talk more about his plan for equal opportunity for gays, lesbians, transgender community in the nation. But we're sort of waiting for him to come up here. But as you know, Beto O Rourke is one of 24 Democratic contenders trying to get their name on the ballot for the 2020 presidential election. He was once a celebrity in Democratic politics, but narrowly lost to Senator Ted Cruz. And it was after that in 2018 that he said, hey, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for the presidential spot. We hear some cheers just down the path here, and we're hoping he wraps up and ends this 2-mile run soon. But he is campaigning on national unity and red state liberalism, being from Texas, but he's trying to get his national appeal going with immigration reform, marijuana legislation, and rural hospital access. But here's the thing, he hasn't been succeeding too much. He's only getting 2% of the latest Iowa poll. And so I'm being told they're trying to wrap up and come down this path right now. You can see him running among the crowd here. We're going to try to get him live for you. He's been running with maybe just about 4 dozen people, less than 50 people meeting him this morning to get here and come down the West Side Highway. Let me see if I can see him. He's wearing a blue shirt somewhere in the crowd.
He's in the middle.
Let's see.
See him right there in the middle, talking to the guy.
Here we go. I see him right in the middle talking. He's just about to cross the finish line. I'm going to jump in there.
We're going to have you hang here, okay?
Hey, good morning.
From New York originally?
Yes.
Yeah,
Right
morning.
on. Thank you for being here.
11 this morning.
Appreciate it.
Tell me a little bit about your plan as you take a selfie. Why New York City this morning?
New York, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Gracias.
Thank you, man.
Look, New York has been at the center of the leadership and advocacy for the equal treatment of all Americans, for the full civil rights for every person in this country. We are at the 50th anniversary of Stonewall, but we're also commemorating the 3rd anniversary of the Pulse nightclub shooting, where a homophobic attack in Orlando, Florida, claimed 49 American lives. So it's important in the midst of an administration that has distinguished itself by its intolerance and its hatred and a rise in hate crimes each one of the last 3 years, that we call to mind the heroic struggle that New York has represented for this entire country and take action. Make sure that we appoint judges who believe in the full civil and human rights of every single American, reverse the transgender troop ban, end conversion therapy for LGBTQ youth, make sure that we sign the Equality Act into law that guarantees the full civil rights of every American. And then PrEP should not be a luxury. PrEP should be affordable, accessible through universal guaranteed high quality care. It should not be a question of cost for any American. And then lastly, with New York in the lead, I would love for this country to secure a global treaty promoting the human rights of the LGBT community in every country on the face of this planet. So that's why we're here in New York to make this announcement and to run with some really great people here this morning.
What's your assessment of New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio? If you weren't running, would you consider voting for him?
Probably not, to be honest. But I think he is a good person who is doing his best for this city and for this country. Appreciate his public service and grateful that he's running.
Why'd you say probably not?
I was just being honest. I hadn't thought about the question before. Look, there are 24 other extraordinary candidates in that race, yeah, I guess probably the honest answer is we're so focused on this campaign and what we're doing and what we bring to the table. I may just not see that in the mayor's campaign.